Right, good morning, or almost good afternoon. My name is Keith Bauwise. I'm a software engineer and also bada technical evangelist in the SMI team in Europe. My presentation today is to give you an insight into sounds which are available in the bada platform. In addition to this, I'll briefly introduce how we can make use of video. So as I say, this is very much introductory, and hopefully it will give you a taste of what the platform is capable of, and you will go ahead and explore and dig deeper into this area. So what am I going to cover in this presentation? I'm going to give you a brief introduction, and I'm going to look at common sound classes. We're going to look at the audio recorder class, the player class, and we're going to look at the audio in and audio out classes. We're going to see how when we record and make use of PCM data, we can make use of a simple mixing technique which will allow you to create lifelike sounds, and I have a brief demonstration illustrating this. We'll then move on to media management, and I'll show how we can actually encode and decode images, how we can actually stream video, and we'll close then with a summary. And then at that point in time, I'll take any brief questions that you may have. So, what does the bada platform provide to us? For audio, we can play back audio, record, stream, and we can also do PCM processing. Again, very similarly for video, we can play back, record, stream, and we can make use of the camera to obviously capture images and also view a preview. With regards to images, we can load, save, and we can actually perform quite limited format conversion. Right, so this will be of interest to most of you. Basically, complete audio and video support for the bada platform. Most notably is the ability to both encode, decode, and stream H.263 video, and also we can also encode, decode, and stream AMR narrowband audio. So I'll give you a moment to have a look at that to make sure that any particular audio or video type that you may be interested in is supported by our platform. Right, so to make use of media or audio in our platform, you're going to have to make use of the media header file, so that will have to be included within your applications. If you're testing on the simulator, you'll have to ensure that you make use of the F media library, which you will link your application against. And if you're lucky enough to have a device and you're working on the device, you need to make use of the F OSP library. The privileged groups which cover this area of the namespace are recording, image, and camera. So let's now have a look at some common sound classes. I'm going to introduce the audio recorder class, which shows how we can record from the microphone and store the output in a file. We're going to look at the player class and how that can be used to open a file, be it audio or video. Then we're going to look at a bit more complex audio management, whereby we can read and manage raw PCM data by making use of the audio in class. We'll then have a look at also the audio out class, which again manages the output of such raw PCM data. Now what I'm going to do is give you a brief demonstration of how, when using or making use of PCM data, we can actually achieve lifelike sounds from the bada platform. Okay, so what we have here is a very simple demonstration. A second, I'll just restart it. what this should allow us to do is demonstrate the ability of how we can actually make use of PCM data to create lifelike audio. I'm hoping you can hear that quite clearly. And it is possible to, okay, it's not great to demonstrate with the mouse, but this could be a multi-touch example. So this sort of demonstrates the capability of the platform with regards to audio. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll return back to the presentation and we'll continue. Okay, so the audio recorder class allows you to record audio from an input source, and you can basically store the output of that to a file. You can create a .wav or .amr file, and when making use of the audio recorder class, you will need to make use of the iAudio recorder event listener interface class, whereby you will implement the following methods. So these methods will be triggered in your application during the recording process to inform you that the recorder has been paused or stopped and so forth. Again, making use of this class, you're going to need to use the recording privilege. Okay, so let's have a look at how we can achieve this in code. First of all, we create an audio recorder instance, and then to that, using two-phase construction, we pass the pointer to our listener. So as you know now from the earlier presentations, the listener is the pointer to the object that inherits from the necessary interface class. What we can do, we can call the create audio file method on our instance, and we can pass the path for the file to which we're going to create, and we can also specify that if the file currently already exists, it will be overwritten. We can also specify the recording format. So in this instance, we're going to use a .wav file, and then we can initiate the record. So we're now recording, and we're writing to our file. And at any point in time, for example, we could issue a stop command. In doing so, in our application, the onAudio recorder stopped method will be called, and a result will be passed to you. And at this point in time, you can take any action that you see fit. In this example here, we're simply closing down the audio recorder instance. Let's have a look at the player class now. The player class allows you to play back both audio, video, and also it allows you to support multiple instances of audio playback, 10. However, if you're using compressed audio files, only a single instance is allowed. Using the player class also, we can stream audio and video, and the streaming protocol that we currently support is the real-time streaming protocol. Again, when making use of the player class, this is the interface class which you are required to implement. And these are the methods which are associated with this class. Okay, so here's a very simple code extract of how we can make use of the player class. Again, very similar. Create an instance, construct with a pointer to the event listener. Here, we're actually passing the path to the file that will be played by the player instance. If we can open the file successfully, we can then issue the play command on the player instance. So we're now playing our audio or media file. We can call stop, close, or any other associated operations on the media playback.